All right, so give me a brief overview of this last 3 days. What do you guys think?
Well, it was really intense, but very, very informative, and just chock full of information that we had read about, but didn't do anything about, but actually took action on. So it was really incredible. It took us to the next level of not just sitting there doing nothing and actually putting things into motion.
Fantastic. Steve, what do you take from these last 3 days?
What I take from this last 3 days is that if you're a person that really have a difficult time getting it started, by making that first step and doing this, you become accountable for what you want to do, and there's no turning back. So I think I recommend it for anyone that really wants to make sure that they're a success in the future.
Great. And Sarah, you're the young one. In fact, you're one of the youngest one that we've ever trained. Tell me about your perspective on this. How old are you at first?
I'm 17.
17.
Yeah. I think that this really shows that it's possible to even get started in 3 days, because a lot of people think, oh, you can't do this if it's so easy, then why isn't a lot of other people doing it? But this shows you if you have the foundation, then it's not as scary as everybody makes it out to be. And with the coaching that you get, you really feel more secure and you feel like you can do it. So.
Now you're more computer savvy than since you're the youngest one in the group here. How do you think that would inhibit other people that are young as well too that could do this?
I really don't think age is a restriction anymore, because if you can do it on the internet, you can do it in other states, and you can just call them on the phone and they won't know if you're really young or not. They'll just take it from a business point of view.
So do you have the abilities now to do this in any city, any state? Is that what I'm hearing you say?
Yeah.
So what are the skills that you learned that you can go out there and do this in any city, any state?
Well, like, you know, you learn how to ask the questions of the information you want to get from the realtors without being being too upfront about it and having them shut you off before you even get started.
So over the phone or the internet, it doesn't matter, they can't tell your age, right?
Yeah.
They don't know how old you are. You're just some business professional.
Yeah.
Right? Okay, what was the top 3 things that you guys learned this last 3 days working with a mentor in the field?
Top 3 things. Top 3 things. I think
Just do it. For me, it was to just do it. But, you know, getting started, you have that that thing in the back of your head that tells you, is this correct? Is this what you should be doing? But if you don't do something, you won't get anything. So I think the biggest thing for me was just someone behind me going, you know,
taking action.
Taking some step and going
So
forward.
having somebody hold your hand in person here, walking through the steps, where do you think your confidence level rates now versus it did 3 days ago?
It's a lot higher, because with them walking next to you, they were there to tell you that something was not a right thing to do, or ask you why do you want to do that. They don't exactly take you step by step, but they give you the chance to learn it and make a decision, and I guess come to your own conclusion that this is the right step, or this is the right property, or this is the right deal to even make an offer.
Now you look pretty worn out. Was this pretty challenging for you?
Well, 3 days, and yes, it was very challenging for me. For me, it was just the issue of analyzing it and over-analyzing it and analyzing it again to get over that step.
So what would you compare this challenge to someone that's actually looking out there? Because it's a growth process, isn't it?
It sure is a growth process.
So what would you compare it to as far as you can feel the growth and the expansion in your mind and your emotions and your capabilities now?
Honestly, I compare it to, the only thing that I can think about right now is my daughter. My daughter going out with a boyfriend. You know, as they go out more and more, then you get more and more, you accept it more and more. Well, it's painful really in the beginning, and then you start to relax. I haven't relaxed yet, but it was painful, really painful, to even take the first step.
So you might need a child mentor here, or a psychology mentor for parenting. Yes. And you, Mom?
I think for me, I play it safe all the time, and anything with money always gets me scared, anything with numbers. And so this last 3 days really helped me overcome the fear, my root fear of numbers. Not that I'm totally over it, but I'm a lot better with it because it just makes more sense to me. It's not a bunch of acronyms that I'm not sure of what it really means. I was able to ask a lot of questions over and over and over again, so many times that I felt so bad asking, but you are so patient with us. I just really, really appreciated the fact that I didn't have to share or be embarrassed in front of other people about not understanding it for a length of time, where my daughter and my husband understood it in a snap, and it just took me a while. So the mentorship really helps people like me because I don't feel the fear of asking the questions, and I've gotten over something that is a huge barrier for me, which is a fear of numbers. And you're working with big numbers and stuff like this, but this afternoon I was just excited about thinking that I actually felt comfortable in thinking or working toward making offers, which is something that's taken us over a year to get to a point to, and in 3 days we were actually comfortable with it. So that was really fantastic.
So on a scale of 1 to 10, where's your confidence versus 3 days ago?
Well, I wish I could say it's a 10. Not quite there yet.
Where was it when you began?
I think I was kind of like a 1 or a 2 because I knew I wanted to do it. I knew something about it, but wasn't sure of what to do with what I knew. But as of today, I would say maybe a 7 because I feel that I have a lot more to learn and I need to be more confident about it. But I'm sure a heck of a long way further than I was 3 days ago.
So you could actually take the business now and all the system that was taught to you guys and use that in real life on your own now with the back end support that you guys have as well too.
Sure, and I know that we're going to be nervous the first couple times that we actually do it on our own, but at the same time, I think that knowing that all 3 of us went through the training together, we'll have each other to lean on, and the continued mentorship, that we're not really going to be out there alone.
Fantastic. So would you recommend a one-on-one mentoring in the field to anybody?
Well, I think that if it's something that you're nervous about, but you know it's a good thing to get into, and you've bought, like us, tons and tons and tons of programs, and every time you hear something new, you think, wow, that's the next best thing, and maybe we should try that. I think that this investment was well worth it because it helped us to focus on one thing and feel confident enough to go out and take the steps that we need to take to really actually get started.
And so Steve, how does this compare to a phone mentorship or phone coaching versus the one-on-one in the field?
Well, talking to someone on the phone, they don't know what you're thinking or what. You have no accountability really. You can always hang up the phone. But having a mentor here was like, you can't tell the person, see you next week, because they're here and they hold you accountable, which, again, like I said, the accountability was just my main hurdle. I needed to feel accountable. I needed, I just can't say, oh yeah, I'm gonna do it and then forget about it because no one's there to push me. The mentor, when they come one-on-one with you, they push you. I mean, they gave you no time to relax. Homework, you got it. It was fun.
Fantastic. And Sarah, last thoughts that you have for anybody looking for this? Why would you recommend this?
I think that if you're scared of doing this, then you really need it. It gives you that boost of confidence that you can do it and it is possible. And I think that anybody should actually give it a try, because if you have that hurdle that you still haven't gone to make the offer, if you're not being accountable for yourself, then this really gives you that final push to make you comfortable with everything. So.
Well, fantastic. You guys have been wonderful. It's been enjoyable to work with you guys. Thank you for the experience, and thank you.
Okay, thank you.